What is going on, Diablo 2 fans? Dobrunsky here, and I'm back with another Diablo 2 crafting video. Today I'm going to craft 125 blood rings, so Dobrunsky125, 125 blood rings. Yeah, I know I'm not funny, my wife tells me that every day, but don't worry guys, if you're not familiar with the crafting recipe for blood rings or the basics, I'm going to cover that at the start of the video, and then we'll go into the crafting, and then I'll recap all of the highlights at the end. And of course, timestamps will be in the description below, so if you guys want to bounce back and forth, they're there for you guys to use, so please take advantage of them. And a quick reminder, I'm now streaming twice a week, Diablo 2 and other variety content from Twitch. Link is in the description below, twitch/Dobrunsky125. So if you guys could give me a follow there, I'd really appreciate it. Other than that guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Let's jump in. So there's three basics that you need to know in regards to crafting blood rings. The first is of course the crafting recipe. It's really simple, it's just 4 ingredients like any other crafted item in Diablo 2. A soul rune, perfect ruby, a magic ring, and any jewel. The combination of these 4 ingredients, when you craft them, it will create a blood ring. The second point is what effects will roll on a crafted blood ring. So there's 3 static ones. No matter what you craft, you will always get 1 to 5 strength, 1 to 3% life stolen per hit, and then 10 to 20 life. So on their own, these stats don't sound too crazy, but when you combine them with the possibility of rolling more life, more strength, dual leech, resistances, or even MF, you can get some really crazy blood rings that actually benefit a lot of very different niche melee characters in the game. And the third and final point that I want to touch on is your character level in regards to crafting blood rings, because this is important if you want to try and avoid a high character level requirement of 96 to equip a blood ring. So how do you get that crazy requirement? Well, if you craft a blood ring that has 6% mana stolen per hit, it will have a hefty price tag of a level 96 requirement to equip it. So how do you avoid this if that is a concern for you? Well, you want to craft with a character between level 77 and 85 because you won't meet the requirements to actually get that 6% mana life leech on your ring. Now, I do have a link in the description below for a D2JSP crafting guide that goes into further detail about the character level requirements and the different effects that spawn on blood rings. So if you guys want to check it out, the link is there. But I'm going to be crafting these with level 98 sorceress because I don't really care about the 96 requirement because the majority of my melee characters are at that level anyway, so it's not an issue for me, but definitely for people that are trying to get a nice like dual leech ring early on for a melee character, don't craft with a character above level 85. The last thing that I want to cover before I jump into the crafting segment of this video is what characters do I use these blood rings on. So really any melee build is going to benefit. So Whirlwind Barb, Frenzy Barb, or Fury Druid, blood rings can be really nice because the plus life is boostable by battle orders in Oak Sage, and then the additional attack rating, maximum damage, dual leech is just really beneficial to any melee build. And then 2 kind of niche builds that I like to use a blood ring on is Travancore Whirlwind Barb, because I can get FCR, Mana Leech, and MF. So that helps me get 105 FCR on the offhand with 2 Wisp Spikes or 2 Suicide Branches, and then using that dual leech FCR blood ring, I get 105, and I can stack additional MF, which is nice for porking, facets, and unique jewelry. And then the last kind of hipster build is a Wrath Boson, because the rumored Wrath gives you Cannot Be Frozen, so it frees up your obligation to use a Ravenfrost ring. So pairing 2 really nice max damage, AR, resistances, you know, dual leech, blood rings together on a Wrath Boson can be pretty effective. Again, it is a very hipster build, but is practically use of blood rings in my opinion. But that's everything that I wanted to cover in regards to crafting blood rings, so now we'll jump into the crafting segment of this video. So here is all of my collected material for crafting these blood rings. So I got 25 on this page, 1 inside the cube, 50, 75, 100, and 125. So I'm going to kind of skim through the crappy rolls, and I will stop on all of the stuff that's good or what I think is good. And if you guys think I missed anything, feel free to timestamp it in the description below. But first craft, starting off here. Yeah, it's okay. 25 or 24 fires, excuse me. A little bit of life strength, 93 to attack rating. Poison damage reduced by 25%. I'm really looking for max damage AR, dual leech, FCR, and then either like a lot of life, fire res, lightning res, or percent MF. That's an okay ring, but nothing really worthy of keeping. That's kind of crap. Low AR, 22 poison res, nothing else. Nova, when struck, a little bit of attack rating. Again, kind of borderline low rolls across the board. Charge bolt charges. That's kind of funny. Charged bolt charges. A little bit of life stolen per hit. Tiny bit of strength. Mana. Again. Not what we're looking for. Not what I'm looking for, at least. Low attack rating again. A little bit of mana and fire res though on that ring. Hopefully I get 5 solid rings out of this 125 project. Maximum damage, attack rating, a lot of strength on that ring. Low life stolen per hit though. Still haven't gotten a dual Leech or an FCR yet. That's an interesting ring. 6 to minimum damage. Nice attack rating. It's low on life stolen per hit, low strength, decent amount of life. All 4 resistances. Unfortunately, 33 colds, so not a really good spread of the values of res, but that's an okay ring. I guess I'll hold on to it. Best one so far, though. Kind of almost there, but not everything that I would look for in a blood ring. That's our first dual Leech. So, I mean, first dual Leech, nothing else really. Low attack rating, low strength, replenished life and magic damage reduced, which is not too exciting. Chain lightning on attack. That's kind of neat, just for style points, and it's another dual Leech with attack rating. That would actually kind of look really cool on a Frenzy Bar, but, you know, I mean, it's totally useless, but just having chain lightning procs would be kind of neat. Minimum damage, attack rating, life stolen per hit. Low strength and stamina and damage reduced by 1. Nothing valuable. Minimum damage with a little bit of fire res and MF and 3 life stolen per hit. Ice Blast charges. Some of the charges you get in these are really interesting, or chance to cast on striking. Poison Dagger charges. Poison Dagger. Ever wanted to make a Poison Dagger melee character? Again, Ice Blast charges. Okay, hopefully I get something good. That's a neat ring. Poison res, blah. 8% MF, but I have 100 plus attack rating with a dual Leech and 4 to strength. So that's an interesting ring. Again, it's not really anything I would probably use. If I had like more life stolen per hit and a better res and more MF, that'd be definitely more useful, but it's better than everything else we've crafted so far. That's a junk one. A lot of attack rating, 8 to all res with dexterity and life. Again, if it doesn't really have, I mean, 1 to life leech is not really what I want. Oh, that's kind of cool. Cool ring. High attack rating, 3 life stolen per hit, 2 to strength, 12 to dex, 11 to life, 7% lightning res, and 10% MF. That's kind of a cool ring. Not trophy room though. Dual Leech, 108 to attack rating, strength, life, and poison res. That is again another okay ring. Minimum max damage, dual Leech, strength, life, and 5% lightning res. I just want a lot of fire res and a lot of lightning res with dual Leech and strength. That one's a junk one. 10 FCR, 113 to attack rating, 1 life stolen per hit with strength, dex, and life. Is that the first FCR ring? Or one of the first FCR rings? Not an FCR dual Leech though, that would be really valuable for me. That's a junk one. All 4 res though, 22 lightning res. The rest of the rolls aren't high enough. Last 2 here for this page. That's a shit one, and the final one here. Another crappy one with Ice Blast charges. Jumping into the second page now. Let's see if we get anything better. Min damage, all res, man after kill. Low life leech and attack rating. Hopefully I try and get a couple nice ones. 10 FCR. That's kind of a cool ring. Unfortunately, it rolled low on MF and strength. It has 10 FCR, 113 to attack rating, and 6 life stolen per hit, with a little bit of MF. Just kind of Crappy roll in strength and MF, but that's kind of a neat ring. Really nice for that roll to do a leech. Another 10 FCR one. Nothing else on it though. Okay, next one. Attack rating, dual leech, life, and fire res. Followed by minimum damage, 1 to life stolen per hit. That's a lot of life on that ring though, 51 to life. That's kind of a neat ring, 51 to life. 10 FCR, life stolen per hit. Low strength. Firebolt charges. Half freeze duration with a little bit of MF. Okay, next one. Chain lightning on attack, 8% chance to cast level 5 chain lightning with poison res and lightning res. That'd be kind of cool for like a style points looking build. Rocking chain lightning everywhere, but other than that, trash. Another garbage one, nothing worth talking about. Another crappy one. The worst part of this crafting video is how long it takes to get these materials and the results you get. 2 life stolen per hit. 6 level res, 1 man after kill. Rest is kind of garbage. 116 to attack rating, 1 life stolen per hit. Again, that's not... Where's the dual leech and 10 FCR? That's the ring I really want. Quad res, 22 fire res, 13 to life, 42 attack rating, and 2 life stolen per hit. That's okay if it rolled a little bit better. Not really worth recapping at the end of the video. Another junk one. Minimum damage with 16 lightning res and 7% MF. $50 poison damage over 3 seconds. 10 life stolen per hit. That's really the only cool thing about that ring. 10 life stolen per hit. Another junk one. Oh, we're 50, almost 50 in. And, oh, what did I do here? Oopsies. Junk one. Dual. Okay, there we go. That's an example of a 96 character requirement one. It rolled 6% mana stolen per hit. Honestly, everything else on that ring is junk, but it has that huge level 36 requirement just because of 6 mana leech per hit, which we knew that coming in crafting with my character level, but it's a crappy ring anyways. Attack rating, life stolen per hit with a tiny bit of MF. Wrapping up the last couple here for 50 total. And a junk one. Junk. Final 3 here on this page. 20 to strength, that's interesting. Other than that, nothing. Final 2 here. Junk, and the last one. Junk again. Alright, the next batch of rings, hopefully our luck improves a little bit. Nothing really worth showing, to be honest. Maybe like 5 rings that are okay. That one's another junk one. Attack rating, 6 level res. That's a lot of life, 47 to life, but other than that, where is our FCR and dual leech with MF? And a junk ring. I think these videos just show how hard it is to craft something good. Minimum damage, max damage, life stolen per hit, strength. 36 mana, but poison res. Junk. Another crappy one with Necro attract charges. I think the charges and chance to cast and striking is probably one of the more interesting things with these rings. That one's kind of crap, other than it does have 29 light res, which is kind of cool. $20 cold, 27 poison, with low attack rating. Nothing else. 10 FCR, 7 minimum damage, 109 to attack rating with 2 life stolen per hit, 2 to strength, 14 life, and 24% cooled res. That is a pretty solid ring if you wanted to get 105 FCR on the offhand with some teleporting bar build. It doesn't have the mana leech, but nice attack rating. A little bit low on life stolen per hit and strength, but we do have 14 life and 24 cold res, so that's kind of a cool ring. We'll definitely keep that for the recap. This one's junk. Max damage, attack rating, firebolt charges. The charges on these rings, man, I tell ya. The garbage one. Junk. Does have 22% lightning res on it though. The crappy one with 26 fire res. The FCR and Dual Leech is very rare to roll in these. Max damage, AR, life stolen per hit. All crappy rolls. Crappy fire res, crappy strength, crappy life stolen per hit. Low AR and max damage. Oops. That's a Dual Leech with a lot of lightning res. That's kind of nice, but everything else, low attack rating, low leech, low strength. But it did roll Dual Leech and 30 lightning res. Other than that, not worth keeping. And a junk ring. Decent lightning and fire res on it. Dual Leech, 7 MF. Wow, I'm having not so much luck with these blood rings. And the crappy one, 52 to mana is kind of cool. Attack rating, low attack rating, fire damage, low strength, poison res, damage reduced by 1 is useless. Okay, the last couple here. Another crappy one. Final 5. One's a junk one. %5 bonus to attack rating. That's kind of a cool roll. Like attack rating plus bonus to attack rating. 39 to life. I mean, light radius, max damage is... Light radius is useless. Low max damage. It's kind of a cool roll. Actually, didn't know like a roll bonus % to attack rating. A junk one with firebolt charges. Tri-res. Decent fire res, half freeze duration. Nothing else. Okay, the final one. Craft number 75. 50 more to go after this. Garbage. 50 more to go at this point. Luck has been meh at best, but we'll keep at it. Attract charges, 14 MF. Other than that, I mean, I've crafted these in the past and I had really good luck on stream, and these just been horrible. That's got some weird stats on it. Nova when struck, bonus to attack rating, magic damage reduced, light radius. All garbage though. That's another good stats, but low rolls across the board. Dual Leech. Oh, see, like that's again another level 96 requirement ring. It's a horrible ring, but it has a 96 required level attached to it just because of that 6% mana stolen per hit. Max damage, attack rating. It's okay. Guess not really, honestly. It's garbage. Further this videos go in, the more likely I'm gonna say the ring's good when it sucks. Confused charges, 8 dex, 8 strength, 19 to life. 93 to attack rating. Borderline garbage again. 10 all res, 8 life stolen per hit, 23 to life, 1 to strength. That's an okay ring, I guess. I mean, 10 all res, a lot of life stolen per hit, 23 to life. It's because it's got energy. That's an okay ring at very best. I guess I can keep that. For a recap, that's another junk one. These rings could be really nice for the Javazon if they rolled a lot better. Another junk one. Man, it took me so long to get these soul runes. This is so heartbreaking. 10 FCR, minimum damage, 92 to attack rating, 9 life stolen per hit, 3 to strength, and 13 to life. That is actually... That's, again, is a pretty solid ring. So you could use that. Say if you're running a weapon swing bugged Frenzy Barb using Death and Grief. Death would give you mana life stolen per hit. And then this 10 FCR, you could pair that with dual Suicide Branches on the offhand. You get 105 FCR, and it's got nice attack rating and life stolen per hit. Kind of low strength and life, but that is, again, a decent ring. I mean, 10 FCR. Decent ring for a teleporting melee like Frenzy Barb or something, so I'll hold on to that one. Another shit one. Okay, last couple here. Last 30 of this video. Lightning res, poison res, nothing else. Nova when struck charges. That dexterity, but final 10 of this page. It's got 50 to life. That's kind of neat. I mean, why couldn't like some of these other rings that rolled decent other stats get 50 to life? Okay, next one. Junk one. Wrap one. Final 7. Again, garbage. Imagine just collecting all this on Battle.net, not having pluggy. Just really shows you how valuable some insane crafted blood rings can be. If you can get them. This is almost worse than crafted caster amulets, I think. For luck, at least for me. Final 3, excuse me. Okay, what do we got? 23 fire res, everything else is crap. 9 MF. Crap again with firebolt charges, excuse me, and the final one of this page. Junk. Final 25 crafts here. I gotta get something better than what I've gotten so far. Come on, game. Just as I say that, kind of a cool ring. 21 fire res, 22 poison res, 20 life, 4 strength, 104 to attack rating with 20 FCR, just a little low on the life stolen per hit. That is again an okay ring. It would maybe work for Frenzy Barb, like I said, with Death, as long as you have some sort of mana leech. Got some decent res though. 21 fire and 21 fire and 22 poison. We'll keep that for the highlight at the end. Junk with poison dagger charges. Melee character and then using poison dagger charges. Another junk one. That is 11 life stolen per hit though. That is the highest amount of % life leech that I have crafted today. Attack rating, rolls across the board. 20 to go. Nothing too special. Again, another junk one. I don't think I got a single. It is possible to get 10 FCR dual Leech, but I haven't gotten a single one in this video yet. 105 to attack rating, 39 to life, 10 to strength. That's a decent ring. Low life stolen per hit. Yeah. Cold res and lightning res. Oh man, oh man. Last couple here. Minimum damage, life stolen per hit, strength, energy, life, and 11% MF. Dim vision charges. Okay. Telekinesis charges, that's interesting. 32 TK charges on a blood ring. I mean, everything else sucks on it, but I guess if you want telekinesis on a... I don't know. Chaos seal popping with a Frenzy Barb? for experience instead of the bail. I guess maybe that would work for that. These TK charges. That honestly might, I don't know. You have to repair it a lot, but I guess we'll keep that. Could maybe use that. Oh, that's a junk ring. Crap, 49 to life though. Okay, final 10, please RNG. It took me so long to collect all this. Another 96 requirement ring. Everything else is trash on it. Grim Eye. It's not too good. Lightning res, high attack rating, lifesteal per hit. That's it. I mean, that's kind of interesting. 15 strength, 18 to life, 32 to mana, 122 attack rating, 5 lifesteal per hit. Again, I guess I can maybe include that. Got a lot of fire res other than that. A lot of fire res and strength actually. 23 to strength, 30 to life, 24 to fire res. Could be really good if it rolled better than 2 lifesteal per hit and 1 to dex. Charge bolt. Charges. Okay, the final 5. That's crappy. Last couple here. No. Tri-res, poison length reduced by 25%. Now it's final 2. Come on, RN, Jesus! TK charges again. How does that compare to the other TK? 2 TK charges rings. Honestly, I'd probably use the one with res. Okay, the final one. Max damage, attack rating, final one sucks. Wow, okay, so maybe 10 rings to recap out of this video. Jesus. So this is the top 13 rings in my opinion from this crafting session. Again, feel free to let me know in the comment section below if you guys think I missed something. Honestly, 13 rings is kind of a stretch because there's not really that amazing from this crafting session, but I did get a 10 FCR, high attack rating, lifesteal per hit MF ring, which could be useful for a Travancore barb, like I mentioned earlier. This is kind of a neat ring. It's got minimum damage, attack rating, all 4 resistances except 33 cold. I wish it was like 33 fire or lightning. A little bit of lifesteal per hit and strength, so kind of a cool ring. This one is a dual leech with a lot of AR and 8% MF, followed by another dual leech with 108 to attack rating, poison res, damage reduce is not really that exciting, but another okay ring. Another 10 FCR variant with 140 attack rating and decent life, fire resistance, and poison resistance, followed by another FCR. This one's actually kind of okay if you don't care about the mana, like not having mana leech if you have it on your weapon. It is minimum damage, attack rating, 9 lifesteal per hit, tiny bit of strength and life. This one is a nice FCR ring with minimum damage, attack rating, 24 cold res. Final 6 here. This one is just a lot of attack rating with lifesteal per hit, 15 to strength and decent life and mana. This is kind of a cool ring. If you don't really care about that 10 FCR for like a whirlwind barb, it does give you decent amount of attack rating, dex strength, lightning res, and 10 MF. Followed by this, I don't really even know why I included this ring. 10 all res, 8 life stolen per hit, excuse me. Another 10 FCR, high attack rating with strength, dexterity, and life. And this final 2 here are just really weird variants with telekinesis charges. So honestly, nothing here is like super amazing. I mean, some of these FCR rings are okay depending on the build they're using and other sources of life leech, but to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed from the time that it took to collect all of these crafting materials and then actually the final output of results. But yeah, that's crafting in Diablo 2. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You maybe learned something new and you might consider collecting some materials to craft some blood rings. Hopefully you get much better luck than I did in this video. But as always guys, if you could throw a like on this video, share it, and even consider subscribing if you're new to my channel. I post new weekly content on YouTube, and I also stream on a weekly basis on Twitch. Again, the link for my Twitch channel, it is in the description below. So if you guys could give me a sub on YouTube and a follow on Twitch, I'd really appreciate it. Other than that guys, hope you have a fan-frickin-tastic day, and I'll see you on my next video or live stream. Peace out.